Hello again. Today we solve the medium level question from SQL series, find product recommendation pairs. So we have two table, the product purchases and the product info. And the question have some condition like the description is Amazon wants to implement the customers who bought this also bought like the based on co-purchase pattern. Okay, so we have a condition, the identified distinct product pair like the product id is less than the another product id and the purchased together by the same customer. For each product id, for each product pair, determine how many customer purchases both product, and we have to give the count as well, like the pair purchased by how many customer, and the product pair is considered for the recommendation if at least three different customer have purchased both product. Okay, and there is some order by the customer count in descending order, and if the tie case, the product id is ascending order and then the product 2 id is ascending order. So the test case is like we have a the table is given user id, product id and the quantity, and another table the product info, we have product id and category. So like in output we have pair as a product 1 id and the product 2 id. Okay, and they have a different value which use this condition, the product 1 id is less than the product 2 id. Okay, so our first task to make the pair using the condition as well. Okay, to make the pair, so let's start with this. So we have to select the product id. So as you see, we have to make the pair from the single table. So this is very clear, like we have to self join itself the product purchase table. So I am making the product purchase table alias as a, then again b. Okay, for the joining purpose. So a dot product id as the product 1 id, comma b dot product id as product 2 id. Okay, from our table the product purchases as a, join the product purchases b, on what basis? On the a dot user id equal to b dot user id, and the condition, don't forget about the condition, like product id is less than the product 2 id. So and a dot product id is less than the b dot product id. Okay, so now run this and see how the pair is returned. So see, the pair is a very good condition, like the product id is 1 is less than the product 2 id, and the third and fourth thing, the product 1 category and the product 2 category, like we have to add two more column, like the 101 having the category as electronics and the 102 having the category books. Okay, so same thing. So I'm gonna write here, we have to join this whole table, the product purchase table based on product id, to the product info table. Okay, so I am making alias as p dot category as the product one category. Okay, and same for the other is p1 dot, no, not this time, let's see. So we have to join again this table, the product info table, on what basis? On a dot product id equal to p dot product id. Okay, so what we did here, like the the a dot product id is as product one id, and we join the this column, this product one column, to the purchased product info product id based on the product id due for the category. Okay, so the p dot category is now product one dot category based on the a dot product id column. Okay, and now again we gonna join the same thing, like here p the product info table alias as p1 on b dot product id equal to p1 dot product id, and now here now we're gonna use p1 dot category as the product 2 dot category. Okay, understood. Now we have to group by the whole thing, if you see. Okay, if we not group by this, we gonna get the so many multiple value. Okay, and now we don't want the multiple values, as we have a very unique and the count as well, if you understand my what I'm trying to say. So group by a dot product id comma b dot product id comma p dot category comma p1 dot category. Okay, so now run this and let's see what it return. So if you see, it return perfect, like 101 having the electronics category and the 102 having the books category. Okay, if you see here the books and the electronics. Now we have to give the customer count, like how many different customer bought the pair. Okay, like the for the each product pair determine how many customer purchased both product. Okay, so comma count distinct a dot user id as customer count, and we gonna applying some condition here, having the count distinct a dot user id is should be greater than or equal to 3 as mentioned here. Okay, and we will see later the order by condition and all. Now see what it written. Okay, so perfect. Now it's time for the order by condition. So having is done. Now order by, it's a customer count in descending order, and in case of tie the product id 1 in ascending order and the product id 2 also in ascending order. Okay, so now run this again and see So perfect. Now submitting this. I hope you guys understand the joining concept and the count as well, count extent as well. If we use the group by a dot user id, okay, then we don't need to use the extent. But in this case, why we not use here? Because we have to give the count based on these two, like the pair, okay. That is why we are not use the group a dot user id here. And you should understand the having concept, like the condition after group by, okay, and the order by based on the question, okay. So thank you for watching the video and stay tuned for the next video.